Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for more StarCraft 2 action. We're going back and forth between the ESL and Home Story Cup, and we have Scarlett going up against Bunny in Group D from the ESL 2024 ESL Open Bracket. That's a mouthful. And I'm pretty sure this is a qualifying match between Bunny and Scarlett. Now Scarlett, everybody knows her. The Queen of Blades, a legend for over 10 years now. And Bunny, just a sick Korean Terran. Like, they just made him in the Korean Terran factory and he came out pretty good. I'm like, yep. And we're here on Alcyone, one of those standard maps, together with Oceanborn and Site Delta. I don't know why, but we just see those three maps, including this one, Alcyone, just every best of three. Almost all three maps are always those three maps. Oceanborn, Site Delta, Alcyone. Sometimes, for some reason, one of them gets vetoed. I guess you could veto Alcyone if you hate playing against the gold-based shenaniganry. But then, what do you play? Probably to play like Ghost River or Crimson Court, Amphion, and Post Youth. I think most of the maps are cool. But we'll always see these professional players kind of gravitate, regress towards the mean, as they say. Just go back to the maps where you can play most of your builds, most of the time, and feel the most comfortable. You don't have to come into this map and have like something special planned. You don't have to pay attention to very specific builds of your opponent that are only viable on that specific map. Like on Alcyone, it's been around a little longer than the other like crazy maps, so to say. So it's a little bit more figured out. Like, we've seen tens of games on Alcyone by now. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if I cast like 20 to 30 games on this map already. If not 40, actually. Yeah, this map has been out for a long time. Like, I cast like Hearthstone versus Serral on this map like 4 months ago, I think. Scarlett, pretty close. Gets her third base, has speed, started up. Alcyone is ready to receive the Reaper if he has any funky ideas. On the side of the map, we see Factory getting its reactor. Barracks is gifting that reactor to the factory. We're going to see some Hellions. We see a starport, a third CC, so probably just going to be seeing that. Hellion Banshee with a nice third CC. Up nice and early. Scarlett does have a Zergling waddling around the map. Do you see one Zergling biting to dust, getting killed here? And I'm interested to see what Scarlett wants to do with the Zergling. Probably will till speed finish, and then till it finishes, and then just use it to scout. Oh, it's going to be a Liberator. Okay. Well, not Banshees, but Liberators instead is also fine. I think Liberators are pretty good units. And I don't know if this is enough airspace to really abuse it, but we are going to see. It's probably super good against the gold base if that gets taken ever. Decently annoying against this third base. Probably way more annoying for this base, but this is actually never your third somehow. It's just too bad. It's on a low ground. It feels bad. It also feels bad if there's like two tanks here, though. But Terrans haven't really been doing those kinds of pushes. You can still put tanks like over here, right? If they're over here, get a pretty decent area of coverage. This Zergling long forgotten. I guess it can see an air unit fly over. That could definitely happen. Where is that Liberator? There it is. It's flying on over. Is this Overlord gonna see it? I don't think so. Yeah, Overlords have a lot of vision, but not that much. Oh, this Overlord? Yes, spots the Liberator. Nice Overlord web cast by Scarlett here. And she saw the Liberator. Let's see if she also responds to it. It's also always a secondary thing. Spore Crawler does go down. She's in the know. A second Spore even goes down. One drone gets shot down, and these Hellions trying to go for a run by. Most of the Lings already deep fried. 20 more Lings underway. Scarlett getting caught with her pads down. More Lings swinging on in here, and the Hellions not really getting good shots on any type of sorry, drone line. So we do see 24 Lings dying. That's basically 12 potential drones right there gone. But still, if you're Scarlett, you're not unhappy here. If we were still playing Heart of the Swarm, you would take a 4th right away. Because Terran just forfeited all map control with those Hellion sacks. And the game was a little slower back then, so losing map control, you just got a bigger window. So taking a new base during that window was, like, that was one of the first things where I was like, whoa. I just gained, like, a bunch of MMR because I just realized the thing. More barracks underway. Double upgrades for Bunny as well. Probably going to see him push out with all of those ups. If he pushes out before, I would be surprised to see him commit, but he does have stim, so maybe with medevacs he already wants to make a small move. I like this move out with the Marines, making sure that if there's like a Ling here, waiting for the move out, which, you know, if you're like Masters 3, you'll have like a Ling here, and you see a giant Terran army moving out. You're like, oh, I need to defend. But versus Bunny, you see like 10 Marines without a medevac, they kill your Marine. You're like, is there an attack coming? And if you then make units, and Bunny's still waiting, it feels bad. You wanted to have made a couple more drones. It's the small things, folks. Good creep clearance here by Bunny. Doing it his utmost to make sure there's no more creep. These queens, oh, a nice shift Q back. And the tanks sieging on the edge of creep. Little Ling run by, oh, Scarlett gets on in there, but the Marine, oh no, the Lings actually get aggroed by the tank and the Marine. But this tank is now dead, so I guess that was pretty good in the end. It felt like she wanted to go to the main and the natural, but now the Lings did get cleared up. Did kill a tank and a couple Marines on the back of this. She's defending. Macro hatch going down as well. Interesting placement for it. I kind of hate it when stuff gets that choked up. I prefer it to be like next to the natural, maybe even over here, or just in the main. I don't know. I just kind of hate creating this choke myself, but it's not that bad. Your units will be at the front sooner. And ideally, you're fighting over here anyways. So my creep spread just isn't that good. Not Scarlett there, creep spread. Jeez, really gotta get good. 2 medevac drop here from Bunny. Drops 2 Marines and then continues dropping shortly after. Gonna take down this 5th base most likely. We're gonna see a bunch of Hydras being added on here. 15 already on the map. Hydra range just finishes up. Hydra speed starts up right away. And 2-2 underway as well. We've seen Infestation Pit. Let's see if we're going to see any Infestors or just straight into Hive Tech. Get those Vipers out. Really get rid of those medevacs. Get rid of the tanks. And get your Adrenal Glands. Get your Ultralisk Cavern. You know, get all that juicy Hive stuff. Even 3-3. Dude, I still remember when we used to play 2-2 versus 3-3 with just a lot of Mutalisk, because for some reason Hive was just too expensive to get to. It just took too long and it was too expensive, and every time you tried to get 3-3 you would just die, because it's just so much money into 3-3. But nowadays we're pretty good at getting 2-2 at a timely manner so that the early trades are better. We're also better at trading. And speaking for the Zergs, of course, 2 Infestors coming out. Yes. Yes. I talked about this in a different cast, but that's the cool thing about the new Infestors, basically. They have less max energy, so they have less fungals in, like, late game. But in the mid game, they start with 75 energy. So you can actually make a couple and have fungal right away. So the fungal timings are there. And they feel good as a Zerg. And I think they're more fun to play against as well, because it's only like 1 or 2 Infestors, and it comes out at a decent time. I don't know if it's fun to play against. It's still fungal. But it's very fun to play as a Zerg. It feels good. Feels like a nice tech option into your army. Gold base is under siege, probably going to go down. Nice little drop here in the main as well. The hive has started, but the 5th base is in peril. The gold base also being sieged down. And wow, that's 2 bases for Scarlett going down there. Bunny just hunting for hatches this game. This infestor was teched in, but couldn't be played. Oh. Nice counterattack here from Scarlett, though. Does kill the 4th base for Bunny. That is actually pretty big, dude. I mean, Bunny already made a new one. If he didn't make that, this would be huge. He would probably have to lift his main orbital or, like, instantaneously rebuild it on location. This drop in mines, I don't know, this was just a little force, I guess. Like a half an army that killed the 5th base for Scarlett. Now gets cleaned on up. 2 Hydras and a Spore Crawler doing their job. The gold base gets denied once again. And the hive is almost going to finish here. Scarlett has some money for ups. But is she willing to commit for the upgrades here? 3 more infestors. Dude. She's going ham on the infestors. I love it. I love it. +1 range underway as well. A bunch of banelings coming out, actually. These Widow Mines being super annoying. She's probably getting messages all the time like, oh, your units are under attack. And then she sends new units to defend, and then the mines go off again. It's really annoying. These random mines on the map, it's really hard to keep track of. Okay, we do see +3 Carapace and Adrenal Glands. I like that. +3 melee just isn't that important. It's all about the Carapace. 3-3 for Bunny, though, is very far along. We have some Infestors in the back and also Liberators now hitting the field. Ghosts and Liberators are being produced en masse. And interested to see if Scarlett might skip on Ultralisk for a little bit because of the Ghosts already being out on the map. Ghosts still good against the Infestors and the Vipers, though. Oh, the Infestors! 2 of them do go down. A little Fungal does come out. Doesn't do that much, but we have a pretty big fight here in the middle of the map. Swoops around on top of the Liberators, and these Liberators do not have any upgrades, so the Hydras will take care of them pretty fast. Only +1 range for the Hydras so far. And Adrenal Glands almost there. Oh, I would love to see another Baneling run by here, but it's not that easy. Banelings are pretty expensive. Nidus Network is coming up. And Nidus is pretty cool. In the back, you can just drop a Nidus, take away Bunny's attention from the main fight, or if he's focusing on the main fight, the Nidus might actually come up. And like 40 Cracklings in your main base just eat up all of your barracks and all of your reinforcements. It's not even funny. Big EMP on the Infestor, but he gets off his Fungal beforehand. And Scarlett is moving in here, but the gold base is being secured. The PF is almost halfway done here. And it's pretty difficult to commit into that without a bunch of Banelings and Fungals ready. Preferably creep as well. The Vipers are just hanging out here. Scarlett's spellcasters are not very lucky this time around. Oh my god, the Infestors in the front, now the Vipers in the front. And Scarlett's just paying attention elsewhere, losing those expensive gas units a couple times now. This might end up, you know, Nibbiger in the butt in the end. Does start a Nidus Network. A couple units from Bunny are ready to kill that Nidus Worm. And she has a pretty sizable army. Carapace is about to finish and Spire is underway. So we might actually see some Brute Lords in this game. Sadly, Ghosts just counter everything. They counter Infestors, they counter Vipers, they counter Ultralisks, and they kind of counter Brute Lords as well. They even counter Lurkers. Like, Ghosts are good, but they are not, like, amazing against Lingbane. They do good damage against Lings, but Lingbane just isn't very fun for pure bio. Oh, and Scarlett chunks on in here. Lingbane Hydra does good damage. And almost all of the Banelings are gone. Scarlett has to get away. And the slows from the Marauders. Catching a couple Hydras there. Oh, this Infestor gets a nice snipe. Gets another snipe. Nice shift queuing there from Bunny. Oh, the Shark Infestor from the back. Gets a nice Fungal there. And Bunny has not been remaking enough units to sustain here. apparently there was a Ling run by as well. This PF, can it go down? There's no more Banelings. These Hydras are not gonna take it down. The Lings, though, with the adrenal glands, there's no repairs. There's a little bit of repair. Oh my god, and Scarlett barely doesn't kill the PF, and now Bunny is on the hunt. Couple Lings burrowed here. I don't know what happened there, but Scarlett has a bunch of bases here in the top left. I love that. Bunny has to go all the way out here to defeat those bases, or like to take them down. And with Scarlett's decently mobile army, Ling Hydra, like, it's just pretty scary. If you just send like 2 medevacs full of bio here, and her army just ends up being there, she just kills like 2 medevacs worth of units for free. Ooh, this Ling made it all the way into the main base, and now this is a perfect moment for Scarlett to A-move into the opponent. Make sure that he's paying attention in the front, not paying attention to that Nidus Worm. This game has just been zoomed out all game long, because there's just madness happening all across the map. Ooh, cool blinding cloud there from the Viper, combined with the fungal from the Infestors. Bunch of SCVs are going down, and Scarlett is in a little choke point, but does get the PF. The Nidus is done, but no Lings coming out. Oh, that would have been the cherry on the cake. Oh, there they come, and the moment they unload, Bunny's like, get me the F out. Only 100%. I thought Bunny was winning this one. I saw the Ghost, I saw the Liberators coming out. I'm like, I mean, Scarlett doesn't really have any like Ultralisks or Broodlords in the nearby future. She even couldn't start +3 attack from melee. Like, she was really struggling for cash, and was losing a couple crucial spellcasters were dying on the field, but in the end, she was taking pretty good fights, and she was really distracting Bunny with all types of attacks. And I mean, look at her map control. Look at the map. Once this PF is dead, like, I guess killing out 4th base was compensation enough, and really good fights by Scarlett, taking game number 1. Game number 2, and of course it's on Oceanborn. Are you surprised? I always put the maps down below, and I try to keep it like spoiler free. And usually I try to like do different maps than the previous videos, so just to make sure that people don't like metagame it if they look at it beforehand. But it's just always Side Delta, Oceanborn, and Alcyone. It's just always. Or at least recently, they've been kind of like just playing those maps right now. Bunny, though, getting... Oh, boom. Scarlett has a map. He kind of got clutched out there. I feel like you should be able to win that. Although he didn't get that much damage done with the Hellions. His follow-up attack didn't do super much. He did get the kills on the 5th, and the gold again, and the drop in the main. Like, he had a little play, but Scarlett never really went off 4 bases. So I guess it was comfortable enough. And if you're being comfortable enough in your chair over there, or, I don't know, you could be watching mobile, I guess. Be sure to like and subscribe for more StarCraft 2 action. I want to be a goddamn caster for this game. Because this game deserves good casters. No shade, but it's just true. And, this is just all practice. This is all gravy. And at some point, I might actually be good enough to be invited to an event. But that is probably still like a year or 2 away, if it's ever gonna happen. But that's cool. You gotta start somewhere, and I've been enjoying every second of doing this so far. Oh, the Reaper almost getting a single Zergling? Unbelievable, Clem Reaper. And now the Queen is out. Actually goes for an inject before hitting the Reaper ones. Wow, Scarlett. That's disrespectful. It's probably also just muscle memory. I don't know if you guys have had this, but then like a queen is about to spawn and there's something in your mineral line killing your dudes. And then you see the queen spawn and your brain just overrides and it's just like, oh, select the queen, click the inject hotkey, and click on the hatchery. I don't know what the inject hotkey is nowadays because I have changed it up a lot. I changed it to Q and to spacebar. Which I think the original is like V? Maybe? It's been so long. Like, gun to my head, I think it's V. But I don't know what the original Queen hotkey is for injecting. It's been so long. Holy moly. Oh, my head hurts, dude. I'm trying to remember. Okay. Well, let's get back into the game before I go off on another tangent. We do have a Viking coming out from Bunny. I like this change up, so not going for straight Liberator. Didn't do that much damage last game. And this Viking is going to be able to pick up at least one Overlord, as Scarlett has a pretty nice web of Overlords in her games. So these Vikings can have pretty nice value. Do have a bit of a link flood on the map. 27 lings here. That is surprising to me. What is she planning on doing? Does she want to just go for it? I mean, if you catch like the first 2 to 4 Hellions, like if they are across the map with this Reaper, you just kill everything in the natural. Bunch of Marauders and Hellions underway. Armory almost finishing up. This is a Marauder Hellbat push. And Scarlett does not have a Roach Warren just yet. She needs to have Queens ready and stop making drones right now. Oh my god, she sees the Marauders. The Link Flood is coming into the natural. Might be a little bit of a base trade, but this is a big force by Bunny, and he's just going right on top of all of the Queens. And these Queens do not have time to regenerate their energy anymore to get more injects. These SCVs are going to die, but nice, Bunny is making 2 more Hellbats. Lings in the back, killing the reinforcements, but we just need roaches right now. And spines. But I don't know if Scarlett's going to survive this attack. It's looking very scary. And the Queens are kind of away from the rest of the army, and now the Queens are getting isolated. The high energy Queen gets killed right away, and I mean, they try to buy the time that they can. 35 SCVs actually going down. Only 4 SCVs on the map for Bunny. I mean, if Scarlett just starts like 3 more spines right now, she just wins the game. But I don't know if she knows that. I don't know if she knows that she killed basically all of the SCVs, and I mean, mules are good. Or a lot of Hellbats. And Marauders walking on down. We have a couple of Roaches. No extra Roach Warren. Now the Spore Crawler comes out. No extra spines at all. There's still the spine in the main, not being utilized. And Scarlett just doesn't seem to have just enough units. She can only make Lings and Queens right now, because the Roach Warren was killed. And there's actually a Liberator as well. The Lings try to come in. Oh my god, Bunny is squeezing water out of a stone. I've used that a little bit too much. Now the spine from the main is trying to come up. The last Queen gets killed. The drones run away. Another Roach Warren underway. A little late, buddy. And this Liberator force is just... Is this going to kill Scarlett? She has 6 SCVs. Just send all of your Lings across the map. Never use them to defend ever again. I legitimately think that would be better, to just keep sending your Lings at his base and kill his base before he kills your base. 2 more Roaches on the map. She can't even make Ravagers right now. But I like that she's staying in here. She does know that she has done a lot of damage, and the Lings are coming in. Kill a Marine. The Broodlings come out. Another Queen hatches just before the hatch dies. Doesn't get enough damage onto that Liberator. The spawning pool is still alive. We do not have 16 spine crawlers right now, and that is a problem. We do have 1 Ravager coming up. That would be nice against the Liberator, but it gets found by the 3 Marauders with Stim. Oh, 1 Marauder goes down. These Roaches have to do it. Has she done it? Has she done it? This medevac is just... We have 3 Ravagers right now. Bunny has almost nothing at home. And we have a Queen. Boom! Medevac gets 360 no-scoped right there. And now the Ravagers come out. Clickety-clack. Click him down. And the Liberator goes away here. Scarlett stabilizes on 1 base. And now we have a Hellbat drop. That is, like, some 2016 vibes if I've ever seen it. Just the innovation... Hellbat drops. Every game, Hellbat drops, Hellbat drops, Hellbat drops. Because you could put 4 in one medevac, and then they were just too good. Like, the stats were too good, so you could put 2 in, but they would still do it. And then they got nerfed a bit, so we went for Blue Flame Hellbats and drops, and it was still too good, and then they were nerfed into the ground where they weren't good anymore, except for the end game, where they would one-shot Zerglings, and that also got nerfed. Hellbats were too good. Oh my god. The trading, the Cyclones come out, and this is a GG moment for Scarlett if I've ever seen one. She can't get away from those, and she does GG out there. Let's see what happened here. 20 to 20. And Scarlett was just all inning here with the last Roach Ravager jet that she did have. Cyclones from a reactor factory. Pretty good. It's pretty good. Dude. Hellion Marauder or Hellbat Marauder builds. Every time we see them at GSL, Tastosis is like, it's not gonna work. It's always so bad. Oh my god, it's so bad. Oh, this is pretty nice thumbnail, don't you think? But it catches Scarlett off guard here, and Scarlett was on fire, but Bunny takes game number 2. And Bunny takes game number 2 there versus Scarlett, and nobody's surprised that we are here on Side Delta for game number 3. Because they just want to play standard maps. So, to put last game into perspective, because I felt like I was going on a little bit of a tangent, Bunny was doing a Hellion Marauder all-in, and Scarlett was doing a Roach Ravager Ling all-in, basically. And that is what we saw in the middle of the map. Her queens were about to move off of creep because they wanted to walk across, and then the roaches get made and they catch up, and then the queens and the roaches hit. And the Ling run by is supposed to keep the Terran at home whilst you advance with the rest of your forces. Do a little bit of damage. And... well, she just kind of got unlucky, I suppose, because her queens got caught almost right away. Her roaches weren't quite ready yet. And... because she did have, like, the forward-facing third base, which is what leads me to believe that she wanted to do some type of very committed attack, if not all in. Because if your third base is, like, closer to your opponent, you get all that creep, and it just makes a natural creep highway for you toward your opponent. Wow, Bunny actually going for the super fast command center. Did he build the command center before the racks? I think he did. What a boss move. Scarlett going for a standard opener, but oh my. Oh my. Bunny. Very nice, very nice. Double gas going down, probably just to get a super fast factory out. Yep, starts at Marine as well. Oh, that Marine, can it? I don't think it's in time to, like, hide the fact that there is a CC first. The factory starts up right away, probably pulling out of gas as well. Boom, look at that. She clicks and she's like, oh, this bastard. Oh, not pulling out of gas even. Starts a reactor. So it's going to be Cyclonen. Are we going to see some Cyclones? I don't know. The Marine comes up, shoots the Overlord a little bit. Hey, you fat bastard. Get out of here. You sack of meat. It's mostly gas, really. Otherwise it couldn't float, duh. And let's see, is Bunny going to get a third CC here, or just starport and go from there? On Scarlett's side, we see Double Queen not starting speed super fast, because she knows, like, there's no Reaper coming, and there's not even Hellions coming. Wow, that's a great scout here for Scarlett. Even killing this SCV? Oh, unlucky. Unlucky. Does get an SCV kill, that's nice. Second SCV kill probably coming up. Might even become a third one? Oh, no. Doesn't even become a second one. A Zergling in a dream, but no kills. Starport does come up. Factory can now hot swap to the reactor. Third gas is underway already. Bunny. Is this going to be mech? Because this is such an early gas. Oh, it's a second starport in the back. Is this double starport battle cruiser? Yes, it is. So first CC, or CC first, into double starport battlecruiser. That's pretty cool. And Scarlett has no idea. There is no Overlord in this. Flying Rax might have tipped her off a little bit. Like, as soon as I see a Rax floating, that means it's not building Marines. That's probably mech, right? It just feels like mech. Smells like mech, must be mech. And we see a bunch of queens coming out here from Scarlett, and that is exactly what she needs. She needs queens, queens, queens to deal with all of these battle cruisers, cattle bruisers. Total Biscuit is out there somewhere nodding. It's not quite like proxy cattle bruiser, but still. It's battle cruisers, all right. And just to relay one of his wisdoms as well, the Steam sale is on, and you don't have to FOMO, okay? Every sale that, like, comes temporarily comes up again at the end of the Steam sale. So, just look at what you want to buy, most likely. Note when the Steam sale is about to end, and then you should probably buy everything. Because that's usually when they are at the lowest price. At least it used to be like that. I haven't really, you know, done a lot of Steam sale shenaniganry in a long while. I bought the Ascension, the deck building game, on Steam a couple days ago. Because I have the physical game. I have one of them, only one of the card sets. But we used to play the digital one with my roommates, and we would put it on the TV and just pass the mouse around. It's really good. It's really good. We have a very nice setup for it. We have like a U-shaped couch, and then we have the TV in the middle. So it works really well to play the digital game, kind of as if you're playing a board game. And the crazy nice thing about it is that it does all the keeping track for you. You don't have to keep track as much. First two battlecruisers, warp on in there. Warp speed. Well, it looked like warp 4 to me. No transwarp here. Overlords are going to go down here. The Spore went down, and Yamato Cannon is not done yet. Couple Overlords do bite to dust, but doesn't supply block Scarlett in the least. More queens are underway, and even a Spire is coming up. That's a weird-ass position for Spire, holy moly. Like, a ground army can just kill that, but I guess he has already shown that he's making battlecruisers, so not much of a ground army. But now the Spire gets targeted down, doesn't even get cancelled. No way! Bunny! Putting himself in a really good position here. Yamato is done. Can Yamato two of these queens and just get out, or at least one of these queens? Like, look at these high health queens. Super juicy. Oh, now they want a Yamato. Oh, but Scarlett did a counterattack. Oh my god, I missed it a little bit. Just a little bit, guys. And the roaches are in the natural here, killing a bunch of the supply depots, killing some of the SCVs as well. You want to keep these SCVs away from the roaches, because when they're not hitting SCVs, they are just dying to battlecruisers. Spire now halfway done again. It's now in the natural. Seems a bit more of a appropriate spot to put your Spire. 16 SCVs have died to this roach counterattack. And Scarlett using her units to trade out nicely into these battlecruisers. But now the Spire's almost done. These battlecruisers, since they are at home, they're going to repair their battlecruisers. Well, dude, Bunny just has no mining. Look at the arrows going down. Scarlett getting rich. She's stacking it up. She's getting rich because she looks to be heading to the... or out of the open bracket, because this looks kind of awful for Bunny. Like, all he has is 4 battlecruisers. And, oh, he goes for the teleport. 4 Corruptors are underway, so he can still do quite a bit of damage. Yamato goes off, boom, boom. Bunch of queens do bite to dust. We have 8 more queens remaining, and these bad boys need to do a lot of damage. Hopefully stay on top of, like, the one Corruptor that spawns and kill it right away. Oh, no! Transfuse goes off. Nice Yamato on a Corruptor there as well. And in the meanwhile, Bunny is just transitioning into some Biomech, going into Tank Marine. And if these battlecruisers can get back, that's pretty nice. Or just do a bunch of harassment until they have the jump again. Because you just don't want to stick around and get, like, flooded by 20 Corruptors. That sucks. Oh, and the Corruptor count is starting to get a little high. Oh, Bunny, he A-moved them. Uh-oh. Didn't move out here, and I don't think he can actually save any of these battlecruisers. I don't know what he's doing with the controlling of these battlecruisers. They just seem to like... Oh! Be very surprised that now the battlecruisers do go down to 9 Corruptors. Feels bad, man. And now roaches are coming out. I would love to see an infestation pit and to just rush to Broodlords here. Like, how's Bunny gonna stop that? If you just have a bunch of Broods? Bunch of Roach Ravager? Like, he can't stop. I guess he does have double starport, so he makes a bunch of Vikings and all of a sudden you feel like a fool. But still, Broodlords are just a battering ram unit. You only have to kill the siege line once. And we see a lot of roaches coming out here for Scarlett. She's 1-1 pump and Roach Ravager. And I don't think she's going to stop. Almost 69 drones. Nice. But not quite. Oh, and the Corruptors are going to eat those medevacs for breakfast. Corruptors have enough armor to kind of like attack something with Marines under it that they don't care too much. We see 3 tanks. 4th one underway. What is Scarlett planning here? Are these Corruptors going to piss on something? They might. She has 4 bases, taking some extra gases. Actually getting a Baneling Nest here as well. I think the Marine count is a little bit too high. She has enough Ravagers to start one-shotting these siege tanks. But she will eat a bunch of shells for that. Oh my god, all of them unsieging. And Bunny actually wants to move out. He has 1-1, he has stim, he wants to go. And kills a bunch of roaches, but now... I don't know what this ability is called. Corrosive something. Or is that the caustic... No, that's all Dota stuff. I don't know what it's called. The anti-building channeling ability from the Corruptor. Whatever it's called. I'll look it up after, I hope. I usually forget. Roaches and Ravagers getting really good trades here on the right, but oh my god, coming in from the bottom is another pack of bio, and Scarlett's just getting completely surrounded and destroyed, but she does have 76 workers. She can remax, make some roaches, make some banelings, and maybe just lulling Bunny in a fake sense of superiority. Oh, the SCVs are coming off the line, baby. He's going for it. He's chewing it up. He wants to end it all, but his army is not as big as Scarlett's when it comes to supply. Scarlett 2-1 versus 1-1. Roach Ravager, she's not using the Baneling Nest at all. She's just starting Zergling Speed. What? She's starting Zergling Speed when she sees SCVs being pulled. That's crazy. But the Queens are off the map, or off the line, and they are tanking it up. The Lings and the oh, the tanks are actually stacked up. Nice Corrosive Biles hits all of the medevacs. The medevacs are just evaporating, and not enough bio here to sustain, to protect the tanks, to meat shield. The SCVs have already died as well. And Scarlett overrunning that position. Bunny just pushing a little bit too deep onto the creep. And Scarlett takes game number 3. And with that, this best of 3 to qualify for the ESL Spring 2024 main event. And we already kind of cast one of her games there. It was Estrella versus Scarlett. If you haven't seen that, go watch it. It's pretty good. It's really fun because they just played before that in the qualifiers. So we had like a whole best of 5 to pull from. And then another best of 5. Where you can just see what type of adjustments they made between those. It's pretty cool. So yeah, thank you guys for watching Scarlett versus Bunny. The poor Terran, Korean Terran, didn't manage to break the Bastion of Hope, the foreign Zerg. And I hope to see you in the next one. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to like, subscribe, all that good jazz, yada, yada, yada. Cheers.